G'day, it's Ben here from Pivotal Motion Physiotherapy with Bobbie. And today we're going to go through a few different exercises and discuss the alignment of our knees. Now, knees are a common one that can get sore, painful, or even actual injuries through incorrect technique. And here we're just going to discuss some of that today. So, first exercise we're talking about is the lunge. Now, it's important with the lunge that we're keeping these knees nice and straight. A common thing we see is this knee starting to come across the body, placing a lot of undue stress on the inside of the knee. Now, one time like that, it's not a problem, but repetitive movements, heavy loads, we're going to start developing some really significant issues there.
So if we don't have anyone or a mirror in front of us so we can watch the alignment, sometimes having some feedback like a TheraBand can be quite handy. So Ben, go back into that lunge position. So if you're finding or you feel like your knee is starting to drift in, what we can actually do is have a band around the knee where it's gently pulling you out. So you have to make sure you're holding pressure against that band as you're coming down, then come back up again, Ben, and then go down again for me. So you're having to actually fight for that position. Vice versa, hey Ben, sometimes you may actually have to go in the opposite direction. Go down for me, and then back up again. So that band or TheraBand can be hooked up to a table or some equipment at the gym. Vice versa, it can also be a power band which we sell here at the clinic. But that's just giving your body and the muscles some feedback about joint position and placing that knee in a nice sort of sound position. Because fundamentally, Ben, we want that kneecap to generally be looking straight forward. But please note, and Ben's definitely a great example of this, is that sometimes we don't always have the best ankle range of motion. So, not that we want to cheat badly, but how can we modify our technique and form to make something a bit easier for ourselves? So Ben, go back into that lunge again, and Ben's technique will just be a little bit easier for him.
Definitely.
Vice versa, another exercise that we're quite a big fan of here at the clinic is actually curling those toes up underneath the feet. So we're going to activate the foot intrinsic muscles. We're going to go back into that nice lunge position and straight down. So what we're doing is that we're actually creating a bit of an artificial arch, and that'll make it a lot harder for someone to stabilize. Hey Ben.
Mm-hmm.
So at any point, none of these exercises should actually give us anterior knee pain. So think about how you can modify an activity. Do we need to make sure the knee doesn't drop too far forward over the toes? Vice versa, do we need to raise the arch up or raise the heel up to make it a bit more comfortable with our lunge? So they're just some really simple basic tips just to avoid some knee pain while doing a lunge, which is a stock standard physio exercise. Any worries with knees, give us a call at Pivotal Motion Physiotherapy.